Hello, my name's Josh. I'm a tattoo artist from South Yorkshire. I work in a studio in Doncaster. I've been tattooing 3 years in May, I think. Yeah, 3 years in May. I did a little bit before when I was younger, but then I stopped. I got into tattooing through a family friend. He's a friend that went to school with my brother, and he got into tattooing when he was, I think I was about 16 at the time. He invited me to come to the studio where he was working. I visited there a few times and just watched. I thought it was really interesting. They were really the first experience that I ever had in a tattoo studio, because none of my family have tattoos, so that was sort of me stepping into it, and I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was something I'd get into. I met Jason for the first time. I found him online, as most people do nowadays. I think that's how you meet artists, really. I saw him on Instagram, same with Leanne, and then I first met him, I think it was the Liverpool convention, when I was asking about doing a collaboration piece on my arm with David Corden. So I went up and spoke to him for quite a while. I think we ended up chatting for a good 30 minutes about it. Spoke to David, and that's my first sort of interaction. And yeah, just got on quite well and started the project. That's how we met. I decided to do some guest spots here just because I think it's important to work in different environments, and you gain new experiences and you see how people work in their different studios. It's always nice to just, you might get different work that week, or it's different conversations also. I work in a small studio where it's just me and another guy, and we nearly run out of things to talk about, so it's definitely nice to be in a different environment, and especially this one is a really creative, artistic environment to be in. And so since I've been getting tattooed, I've always thought it'd be really cool to come and do some regular guest spots. I don't believe I've got a particular favourite tattoo that I've done. There's a couple that I like. I'm working on a musician sleeve where the piece is Robert Plant and Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. I've really enjoyed that piece. Also, for my co-worker, I did a double hand piece in one day of Laurel and Hardy, and that was just a really fun piece. It was interesting and it worked well together, I think. Also, I've done a Salvador Dali piece. Is my favourite artist, so it was really fun to get to do that piece. I really enjoyed that, but I don't particularly have a favourite. I tend to like each piece for a week or so, then dismiss it. So at the moment, I'm still trying to develop my technical abilities and get better likeness of photos and get better technical shading, whatever it is, contrast. I always enjoy the darker kind of stuff, horror stuff, and especially portraits. I love doing portraits from films, movies, that kind of things. Anytime Nicolas Cage gets brought into it, that's my number one, Nicolas Cage. But apart from that, just more cool like TV, movie stuff, more horror stuff, and I'd like to try and develop my own style, which I'm slowly trying to do. But like I said, the technical side is, at the moment, that's more important to me, because I feel that's where I need to develop my work more. I always wanted to be Indiana Jones, but that stopped when I was about 12. But that was like my number one thing. I thought I even bought a leather jacket and everything. Like, oh yeah, I really want to be Indiana Jones. I think it would just be a commission artist. That's what I did before tattooing, and I really enjoyed it. I got to work on a lot of cool projects, and especially because I developed my own style in that more than anything. And I was selling. Obviously, I was doing commissions like portraits and pets, that kind of thing, but I got to sell a lot of my original ideas and a lot of my original pieces. So I think I'd just go back to that if I couldn't tattoo. That'd be good. My other hobbies include sitting. I really like to sit. Sitting's underrated, should I say. I don't really have any other hobbies. At the moment, I'm still consumed by trying to get better at tattooing, and that takes a lot of my time and focus. Mainly looking at Instagram and getting pissed off by the quality of other people's work, and especially when you find new artists, which happens all the time now, that everyone's just on the internet, analysing other people's work and stuff. But to be honest, I just like relaxing, seeing my family. I like films a lot. Films are a big part of my home life. And sleeping. I'm a fan of sleeping. for the good part. So ever since I've been coming down to Immortal Ink, I've been teaching Yorkshire. So you could call me an educator. You know, artist educator. I'm good with that. Now Luke picked it up and he's nailed it. Luke's nailed Yorkshire. I don't need to teach him anything. He teaches me. But yeah, everyone seemed quite enthusiastic about the Yorkshire slang, such as I don't know. There's always the R's, Nars, Tars. Arcade. Everyone likes arcade down here. Nah then's always a good one. Greeting, it means everything. You could say nah then or whatever you want it to mean, it means, and people just get it. I don't know what my favourite Yorkshire phrase or slang would be. Arcade, I like arcade. That's a good way to describe someone. I'd probably just stick with universal. Definitely. Anything. You want a cup of tea? You want some porridge? Nah. What do you reckon to Rachel Anderson? There you go. It works. Every time.